Thank you to Brian for your support on Patreon.
It's so cute. You're cute. You're fucking cute.
You're fucking.
Hey!
Don't make me come over there!
I fucking dare you! You're cute, you Hey! Yuletide greetings, one and all. Hello, everyone. My name is Vivian, and welcome to the season's greetings from the Smoke Room team. This is a one-off holiday build that was just released. I'm recording this on Christmas Eve. I didn't know it was happening. It was released, and now I'm recording it. I'm hoping to have this out on Christmas Day. Fingers crossed that I got this done on time. So we'll see if that worked out. Bree's in the background making our Christmas Eve dinner because we're kind of in a bit of a quarantine for ourselves. There's a bit of a health risk, as there are for many people around the world right now. So from us and for many, stay safe this holiday season and stay healthy. But don't forget to celebrate and to be happy as well, because as scary and as uncertain as all these times may seem, it is still a time to be merry and to enjoy the things we have. And without further ado, let us get into whatever this is. I think I saw something about them mentioning it being like a modern day version. I don't know. I have absolutely no idea, but I do see Sam in a hoodie. So, let's see what this is. Here we go. Tired. Well, yep, that's me. Tree area. Tired of hearing Mariah Carey on the radio for the 10th goddamn time. 10! Your numbers are low, pal. Tired of driving around since 7:30 in the morning for God knows how long, because Will's the only one who managed to put chains on his tires and he was too hungover to drive. Yeah, you live in the snowy fucking hilly area. You gotta remember to put them chains on them tires. Hey, pull over. What? Why? What do you think? Gotta piss. Can't you fucking hold it? It's not a big deal, Sam. People piss beside the road all the time. No, they don't, you fucking animal. Oh, give me a goddamn break. When you gotta go, you gotta go. Christ. I roll to a stop where there's plenty of trees and a safe enough place to pull over. Hey! Won't be long. If you get caught, I don't know yet. Calm down. He walks off into the bushes. I feel like my headache is almost gone until she's back on the station. Oh, Mariah Carey. I move my hand to the car radio to change the knob, and Will slaps it out of the way. Is Will a big Mariah Carey fan? The hell? My truck, my rules. I don't want to listen to Christmas carols anymore. If you're dragging my ass to a strip mall, we're gonna have a holly jolly Christmas. They haven't even played that one. It's been Mariah fucking Carey and Jingle Bell Rock on loop. All she wants for Christmas is you, Sam. Fuck you. Well, we're all out of lube. Might come in handy for later. Fucking Christ. Might come in handy for later. I'll put it on the Fitbit. Hearing William say Fitbit seems a little... This is a modern AU, alternate universe. I'll put it on the Fitbit. That is not a Fitbit, that is a nice-ass watch. Doubt that's necessary. You don't tend to forget things. Well, I have one, so I'll use it. You have a smartphone, too. Fuck smartphones. Yes, it has to have a little bit of old-timey in them. Holy hell, the music's really loud. I am sorry. Good lord. My music balancing has never been good, but Christ. Most people use smartphones. so they can get calls that they never answer because half of the time it's a goddamn telemarketer? For sending text messages, Will. I can do that on the computer. Not on the go, you can't. Why the hell would I want to talk to somebody when there's things I have to do? Maybe just in case there's an emergency? The Fitbit alerts me when I get a text. But it won't let you send any. Exactly. He's a curmudgeon, leave him alone. I bite my lip as we pass over a bridge. Oh, look at this lovely neighborhood. Nikolai is shuffling around outside, waiting with his hands in his pockets. I roll down the window as the truck rolls up to him. There he is, look at him. Samuel! You're driving Will's truck today? Unfortunately. Well, the timing is good. Our heater is broken again. Didn't they just fix it? They said that this winter is unusually cold. Haven't had to use them for 50 years. Christ. Those aren't even the cheapest apartments in Peyton. Oh, they made it all the way to Peyton, huh? Modern day equivalent, they made it all the way to down the road. Hey, when you're talking about Echo, that means a lot. Maybe you ought to think about moving? It is fine. Most of the year. Is Yao okay with it? I see, this is interesting because I read somewhere that I believe it was George, one of the authors, George Squares, who thinks of them kind of like as a polycule. So I was like, maybe they all live together, but I guess Nick and Yao are a thing? I don't know. He is spending the holiday with Chang, so I could not tell you. At this point, I should try to fix them myself. Are you certified to do that? My apartment is cold, Samuel. Well, hop on in. It's fucking freezing. Oh, this? It's barely a dusting. At least the sun is out. Real cold is in the dark, without a heater. We get it. You can stay the night. And on Christmas Eve, two of those voices back to back is weird. And on Christmas Eve, this warms my heart. Unlike my heater. Don't forget your mask. Of course, there he is. Nick in a mask. I used to think Will's truck was too big, but now I'm watching Nick squeeze into the back seat, and I'm starting to wonder if it's going to have enough space. Are Cliff and Murdoch even gonna fit in here? We're gonna go pick them up and wherever the hell they live in? Next stop is the Burns house. I wonder what the modern equivalent of this version is. Oh, of course, they get a nice fucking place. We pass by a yard with a freshly built igloo and a display with a two-headed horseman, and we see Murdoch and Cliff walk up to the truck. So they live together, huh? Hey, whoa! Whoa, hey! Cliff! What the fuck? Yeah, literally the dialogue says, but there's something different about Cliff. Also, Murdoch is wearing a I Want to Believe in UFO fucking sweater. Oh, interesting. Did Cliff get like a fucking okay, I guess it'd be the equivalent of getting your hair dyed. I don't know. But there's something different about Cliff. New glasses. I mean, those are different glasses than what we're used to seeing him in, but like, that ain't all. Y'all look like you've been busy. Well, it's never snowed this much before, so I wanted to make an igloo while we waited for you. I thought it would be cold inside, but it was surprisingly warm. That's because the snow is full of air pockets, which act as a great insulator. Cold, dense air falls to the bottom of the igloo and warm air rises, which is why the terraced spaces are nice and comfy. Thank you for that lesson. Oh, Murdoch, I always love how you always find a way to teach me something new. Oh. to? Well, so yeah, everyone did get paired up. That is interesting. That is an interesting way that they've gone about the coupling aspect of it all. This is just an AU. Don't think too much about it. Okay. We have places to go. Oh, right. Get in the fucking truck. Sorry. You should be making us watch that schmaltzy crap. Two of them squeeze into the pack, packing themselves against Nick. William looks very confused. Wait, why is he white? They, please, Mr. Adler. Oh, hey! 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 Nice! I mean, I shouldn't jump straight to conclusions. It's one line of dialogue, but hey! I feel I've been thrown a bone. William, you can't just ask people why they're white. Okay, that's a reference. The hell are you talking about? It's a pretty ordinary question. Are you,
If I had to take a guess, it sounds as though Mr. Adler has not seen Mean Girls.
What? There's no possible way that's true. Everybody's seen Mean Girls.
The fuck's Mean Girls?
With all due respect, Mr. Adler, that's too shocking to hear.
Is it?
Yes. Yes.
I've not seen Mean Girls myself, I'm sorry.
I got the reference, but that's because I existed in the beginning of the 21st century. Because everybody has seen Mean Girls.
Well, not me.
William, it has Lindsay Lohan in it.
I don't know who Lindsay Lohan is.
No. You know who Lindsay Lohan is. You'd know if you saw her.
I'm sorry, I'm not a teenage girl.
That's no excuse. Lindsay Lohan is 35. Most of the teenage girls who knew her are your age now. She just got into trouble this year for trying to sell NFTs. There's something almost sacrilegious hearing this team talking about NFTs. Also, there's a lot sacrilegious about NFTs. It's all... Jesus Christ. I was wondering why the dialogue was throwing me so much for a loop, and I'm thinking this is why. It's because I'm not used to saying this kind of shit in these voices. It was all over Twitter.
Fuck Twitter. You're online way too much. I feel like at any given time, I am any one of all of these people.
And I feel like almost anyone who's played these games has said a version of that sentence. No, this isn't about me. I bet even Sam knows about Mean Girls, don't you, Sam? I've never seen Mean Girls. Of course. See? Everybody but you knows Mean Girls. We're gonna have to make you watch it on a date night at some point, I suppose. Gonna answer the original question. Why are they white now?
Well, it's a bit embarrassing to be put on the spot, but I assure you, this is all natural. I didn't expect your country's climate to get cold enough for this to happen, but my winter coat rolled in last week. If it were a dye job, I would have tried to make it a bit more exciting. But these days, I think white fur is very pog.
God! I have never said that in my life! They're staring at me, and I fight the impulse to steer us all off the road and into the water. Oh, that's a reference. Oh, man.
The hell is a pog?
Oh, man. Well, you've accomplished a feat. You got me to say that. Oh, man. We got a long drive ahead of us. Oh, hey. We've seen this parking lot before. It's the mall. We've been to this mall. This is the mall where we had that arcade where Leo went fucking nutso futso. I hate driving. I feel like I'm slowly losing my mind. Alright, what does everybody need? I want to get back to Will's house before dark. Will's house? Will's house. So is not everyone paired up? I don't know. This is weird. I don't know. I don't fucking know, and it doesn't matter, really. Did Will get a tree? Yes, I got the damn tree. He's so mad about everything. Well, I just wanted to make sure this year. Okay. Does it have lights on it? Of course I... Oh, wait. Damn it, I did forget something. How could you forget the lights on the tree? Oh, I didn't. But that tree is definitely incomplete. Drop me off at the Home Depot when we get to it.
I have some surprises to pick up as well.
Where to?
I said it's a surprise, you rogue.
They giggle. They giggle. Oh, God damn it. I don't, it's a small thing, but it means a lot. Sorry. Okay, but am I pushing you out of the car? Can't stop in the middle of the goddamn parking lot. Where am I taking you?
Oh, terribly sorry. The bookstore will suffice.
No worry, Cliff. Sam is just a cranky driver.
I'm not cranky! I just don't want to fucking crash!
No, you are cranky. Those are the words spoken by Road Rage. But since you were asking, you can drop me off at the Happy Cook. I need an offset spatula.
I don't know where that is.
It is very important to me.
I eye the fox in the cat mirror. What the fuck is a cat mirror? Is that the rear view mirror? I don't know. What about you? Oh, I already did all my Christmas shopping. Well, then why are you here? To watch you all panic. Reminder that I'm at the wheel. If you want to see panic, I can show you panic. Jesus Christ, no. I just wanted to be out of the house for a bit. Shopping is fun. Not when it's Christmas Eve and you're driving, it isn't. I experienced that today. Okay, deep breaths. Before I drop everybody off, we agree to meet back at a coffee shop in the strip mall. Fade away. I arrive. I can hear the voice of Mariah Carey pulls me into the... Wow, what the fuck? I arrive. I can hear the voice of Mariah Carey pulls me into the bosom of her airtight red leotard. As I wade into line again, order a cappuccino, and then slip into a corner booth. It's crowded as all hell, but at least it's nice and warm in here. I can finally take off this damn coat. Feels like I'm skinning it myself, peeling it off my body. Not that the itchy sweater underneath is any better. I'm almost jealous of that lynx I see walking around outside. That lynx. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. So, you know what? Don't think too much about it. If I had a thicker coat of fur like that, I bet I could probably settle for wearing a t-shirt during Christmas too. I scratch at my chest, grabbing one of the napkins on the table and messing around with it, turning it over in my paw. Cliff showed me how to fold these once at Will's birthday party, but I forgot. I think I kept ripping them up by accident with my claws. Murdoch had to go out and get new ones at the store. Catch myself smiling just as Mariah Carey hits that last high note and snaps me back to reality. Oh, God. Someone calls out, barely audible over the music. Samuel Ayers! Samuel Ayers! Your cappuccino is ready! Yeah, shit, right. Coffee. I rush to the black cat behind the counter who's holding up the coffee with an increasingly frustrated look on her face. Thanks, and Samuel Ayers. Why would you need to fucking clarify that? It's not like, wait a minute. I can see the name on her tag. Cat tilts her head. It's Blythe! Yay! I thought for a second I could recognize that. I'm paid $7.25 an hour. To be honest, I don't care. Exactly, like, why would you need to clarify it to her? Once she hands you the cup, she does not need to know that information. So just move on, take your cup, and leave her alone.
Unless you're gonna give me a big tip.
Right, sorry. She tilts her head and smiles.
But Merry Christmas, sir.
There's still barely contained rage in her voice. I take the coffee back to the booth, where I drink it in silence. Man, Blythe has been through so much in the main game, and in this one you put her in a fucking coffee shop on Christmas Eve. Man, you like torturing this poor person, don't you? I'm so sorry. I can feel her eyes drilling into me for the entirety of Jingle Bell Rock. Aw, man. 3 hours pass before I see everybody again, and we can finally go back to Will's house. The ride back is just as testy. I told you don't give the Salvation Army ringers any attention.
I just like their tubas.
Tubas? Tubas? Oh yeah, that's how those fuckers get ya.
But their music was rather jolly. You don't usually see live performances outside of shops so often.
I'd like that one song if it wasn't listed on every non-profit watch list as a hate group.
Exactly.
They turn folks away from the shelters if they find out that trans are gay. They ask him at the doors on freezing nights.
I was not thinking about their organization. I was thinking about tubas.
He likes ducks and tubas. He's a simple man, what can you say?
Wonder how well they'd toot if my
Foot up their ass,
Jesus. Wonder how well they'd toot with my foot up their ass.
Oh, man. As horrible as they are, you shouldn't make a scene with the Salvation Army people. They're well connected to the local businesses.
Just put used gum in the donation kettle like an ordinary person.
If you wanted to hear real music, you should have come to the bookstore with me.
Hatsune Miku. They put Anime Cliff in the game. Did I ever actually do the dub? I don't know. There's that picture on Twitter of...
It's called anime, Samuel. Japanimation, as some people call it. Hatsune Miku herself gave the best performance of Color the Drops I'd ever seen from her.
I've never heard of a concert happening in a bookstore.
It's a hobby shop too. I buy her figurines there. As a Vocaloid performer, Hatsune Miku can be projected from her live audience into the bookstore, into the store and perform across many nations and stages at once.
Oh. So she's one of those Japanese cartoons.
No. As I have stated before, she is a Vocaloid performer with a voice bank reconstructed by performer Saki Fujita. Performances have to be carefully designed, and choreographed.
But she's not a real person, is she?
The question hangs in the air a bit.
She's as real as any celebrity persona performing a public role, is she not? As far as I'm concerned, she's just as valid as any other artist.
So, just so we're clear, we are still talking about the cartoon, yes? We are still talking about the cartoon, yes?
No! She is an artist, Will!
They're starting to sound a little desperate there. She's just pixels, Cliff. Well, if that's your perspective, Sam, then surely you can say that a painting is just pigment. All that film is just photons of light exciting electrons in cathode ray tubes. The fuck are you talking about?
What the fuck are you talking about?
Merely perspective, of course. People aren't computer programs. Maybe not electronic computer programs, but biological ones? Maybe.
There's some sense to that.
Can y'all talk about literally anything else? Alright, fine. Now, if you want to see an actual cartoon, Will, check out my phone. I swear, it's the funniest shit I've ever seen. And then moving along now. I zone out for the rest of the conversation. Seconds turn into minutes as I watch the road and the lights and see that another set of flurries fall down the sky. Look at this cabin. It's a nice cabin. When we finally get back to Will's house, I have to step out of the car to stretch my legs. Nice. When I get inside, the tension starts to leave me, and I pace around his house, examining all the decorations. Not bad, Will. Better than I thought you could pull off, anyway. I can hear him ripping through a cardboard box in the foyer. Then he comes out with a cord around his arm. What do you have there?
Something special.
No peek until it's ready, though. Go on, get. Alright, fuck. Decided to check up on Nikolai in the kitchen. Nice kitchen. I wonder how many of these backgrounds were... Sorry about that, I hit my recording box. I wonder how many of these backgrounds are just like house pictures from like Zillow. You just rip the pictures and then posterize them a little bit. I know he said he'd be making cookies of some sort, but it looks like he's putting icing into piping bags rather than rolling out any dough. So, what are you up to?
Initially, I had the mind to make traditional Florentines. But since Clifford introduced me to TikTok, a family app.
Shout out to Mikey O'Shea.
I have seen far too many tips and tricks for royal icing not to do a cookie house this year.
He tilts his head and fixates his gaze on a cookie as he pipes his underside, and then adheres it to the cardboard base.
A strong, sturdy house. With a pond for the ducks.
Yeah, the ducks. You, need anything?
Patience and luck.
I, can see that. I'll leave you to it. Hey, there they are. God! Jesus, they're cute. I think the modern treatment works best on these two. I move back to the living room where Murdoch and Cliff are sitting on the couch, Cliff's head on the fox's shoulder. The white fur looks good on them, excuse me. When Murdoch sees me, his eyes light up a little. So, what's the plan before dinner, exactly? I shrug. I got nothing. What do y'all usually do on Christmas Eve?
In Shippersburg, we'd sing around the tree and play board games together.
I've heard enough carols to last me a lifetime.
I think we all have. And I doubt Will be the type to have any board games.
Cliff nuzzles into Murdoch's neck fur. Oh, they're so cute together. Hopefully they'd work better together in this AU than they would in the main game, because in the main game, I feel like their relationship would be a little less... I don't know. I'm less confident in it. Let's just leave it at that.
What about you, love?
Well, it's something of a tradition for my family to tell ghost stories. Hard to call scary stories on Christmas traditional.
On the contrary, it's steeped in centuries of tradition. Ever heard of a Christmas carol?
Huh? I guess I never thought of that one as a... Oh, I guess they're referring to the Charles Dickens A Christmas Carol. But
That's not capitalized, italicized.
Whatever bullshit, whatever. I guess I never thought of that one as a horror, so I never called it a ghost story.
Ghost stories told during Christmas became more popular in Western culture in the Victorian era. But frightening stories taking place during the time span of the winter solstice is common. Also, incidentally, Ghost Stories, a very funny anime that you can watch on Prime, but fuck Amazon, so try to pirate it if you can or find it elsewhere. People back in the day had to spend considerable amounts of time indoors just to take refuge from the cold, and probably pass the time talking about all of the noises they heard outside their houses after dark.
That's a bit deeper than my reasoning. No, my grandmother celebrated Yule instead of Christmas, so I like to think passing that tradition on to us was just another way of giving my mother the middle finger. So I've taken up the practice of celebrating Yule more seriously. Oh, Argo Silverfox is now following. Thank you. I keep forgetting that I have those notifications on. Christmas is more for the snacks and presents. But you're the most festive-looking person here. Exactly. Never trust the person who's trying too hard. Noted. So, how do you celebrate Yule anyway? It's celebrated a little differently depending on which branch of neo-paganism you follow, but generally, Yule is considered a celebration of transition and change. You can assemble a log adorned with berries and pine cones, then stuff it with cloves and cinnamon and other nice-smelling spices. Then you burn it, generally in a fireplace, to symbolically release the energy of the past and transform it into something new for the coming year. The idea is to release all your negative energy. He unzips his book bag and takes out a large log that lands with a thud on the table. It's just a normal-looking log, except it's stuffed with the things he said were traditional to burn. And there's pictures of his parents taped to it. Man, the symbolism is just not even symbolism. It's just straight up pictures gonna be burning. Thanks, I think I get it now. You're welcome. Why don't we get back to talking about ghost stories then? Sure. What's your favorite? Probably Snowgates. The fuck's a Snowgate? Oh, you've never heard of a Snowgate before? No. Well, you know how when you go walking in the woods, sometimes you find a patch of young trees that grow a little too close to one another and the branches get all tangled up? I guess. Well, if those branches ever get leaves on them, sometimes they make a sort of canopy. It looks like a tunnel. Those are called spring gates. This sounds like something you just made up. But when the branches get covered in ice and snow, the shape of the tunnel becomes a little more solid. It looks a little different, too, from the girth of the snow. And that's called a snow gate. Never go inside of one. And why's that? Well, Grandma always said that when something looks like a proper gate, it can become one. Every gate has to have an entrance and an exit. And it's what makes it a gate. I'm familiar with the concept of a gate, dipstick. Well, of course, but the thing that you might not know about freshly fallen snow is that it freezes over fairly quick. It doesn't retain its unique shape for very long. You see, Grandma said that the only way out of a snow gate is by going back the way you came. And snow gates tend to only ever exist for a few seconds. Once they stop working, they never work again, because the entrance can never exist again in all its intricacies. So what happens to the people who go through them then? Well, nobody knows. Because they disappear. And bit by bit, so does their possessions. Then the pictures of them too. And then everybody starts to forget them. Now hold on there, you've lost the plot. Oh, have I? Well, that story doesn't make sense. If somebody can't be remembered, then how can you tell they were gone in the first place? Well, that's covered too. Everybody collectively knows that somebody's missing, and they can all agree on it. But they can't remember any specifics. Except on rare occasions, if they stare into the snow long enough, they can remember for a little while before it goes away again. Bullshit! Well, if you don't believe me, just try looking out the window when it's snowing sometime. You might surprise yourself and see something in the snowdrifts. My eyes wandered to the window.
Son of a bitch!
Whoa, Jesus.
Will somebody help me with these goddamn cords?
Why the fuck are they blinking?
Fine, if you're so smart, you rig up the lights! With the way they're making me move, somebody might see me through a window and think I'm making,
he sighs.
Transgressive art.
The hell does that mean? I'll help.
Tibbets, are you sure?
I won't take no for an answer. Now go ahead and toss me your cord.
Dots. He gingerly tosses it with one hand. Cliff catches it with one hand and alarmingly fast reflexes.
I'll spin it top to bottom and just give me the slack as we rotate.
Now look at Tibbets go. You must have done this before.
We celebrate Christmas in Batavia too, I'll have you know. I'd always help Father string up the lights around the house right after Sinterklaas. Sinterklaas. Sinterklaas.
By the way, Klaus is probably my number 2 favorite Christmas movie. A nervous look crossed Cliff's face as if they said something they regretted. Sinter what now? What's that exactly?
It's a national holiday, quite similar to Christmas, actually. A bearded saint comes from Spain by boat and rides the steed over the roofs of Batavia and drops down chimneys to put gifts and candy and shoes.
Steed?
Candy and shoes? That sounds nasty.
As if your socks and stockings are so much better. Remember the candy I brought last year? Those are traditional Sinterklaas treats.
You mean those tiny gingerbread cookies?
Peppernoten, yes.
I'm... to Red, I apologize.
Papernoten.
I don't know! I don't know! I remember those. I think they made some fresh ones with Nick at some point, too. The kitchen almost burned down. Or is that when they tried to make those stroop waffles? Since this is an inner dialogue, I think I feel comfortable saying that instead of stroopwafels or waffles. I don't know! I don't fucking know! So, let me get this straight. It's basically Christmas, but you still celebrate Christmas.
Sinterklaas is not entirely the same. Not entirely the same.
Sorry, fuck.
Call it whatever you like, so long as there's plenty of spiced rum.
That's an alcoholic thing to say, dude. We need to have a talk. Call it whatever you want, as long as there's plenty of spiced rum. This is a PTA meeting, sir. I think we need to sit down. How's it spelled again?
You know, it's not actually that important. In fact, I love that Will brought up seasonal drinks.
They clasp their paws together.
What's everybody's favorites?
Murdoch arches an eyebrow and then pulls out his phone.
I take Will likes rum best.
An artful dodge.
Straight scotch is better if it's the nice stuff, but rum goes best in eggnog.
I only fancy rum and cola.
Murdoch's ears splayed back as he looks at his phone again, wearing an expression like somebody had just asked him to eat a live spider, and he puts it back in his pocket. Something's going on with Murdoch. Oh boy.
Everything all right, Murdoch?
Oh, yes, I'm fine. Hard to beat a mulled wine when it's properly done, I think. Though a good brandy Alexander really hits the spot when I want something stronger.
Hot chocolate for me.
Isn't that a bit boring?
You mean a classic? And you've never really experienced a good hot chocolate without steamed milk and hand-stirred cocoa? A nice dash of whipped cream on top and...
Vodka.
Of course, you gotta fucking... Ay. We hear Nick boom from the kitchen.
Vodka goes with anything, all year.
And what about you, Sam?
Dark and stormies are for Christmas time, right?
Not really.
Well, ain't it got ginger in it?
Ginger's a year-round food.
Nah, it's a Christmas thing. Why else would people make gingerbread? Sam.
It's a cookie.
A Christmas cookie. Ergo, ginger is a Christmas food and dark and stormies are perfectly fine. Case closed. Oh, Will, mind if I light the fire? I think it's about the right time for me to burn this log.
We should take this year's Christmas photo first.
Oh, that's right. He unzips his book bag and takes out a little tripod. He's still a photographer. He sets it on a coffee table and puts his phone on top of it and then proceeds to fiddle with the camera settings. Nick, get in here. It's picture time.
Hold on.
There he is. There's a light trace of powdered sugar on his jacket, and he smells a little bit like burnt sugar and sweat as he leans down the couch and burrows his head in onto my shoulder. A bit soon for that, isn't it, Nick? Not as soon as you might think. What? There they are. Fox rushes to the other side. Will rests his chin on my head. Cliff thrusts their head below mine. Now wait a minute. 3, 2, 1, hey! Aww. That's so cute. I'm kissed by a muzzle in every direction and feel very crowded, very warm, and very dizzy all of a sudden. Then I hear a clicking sound go off. Murdoch pulls away very quickly and stalks back over to the camera, studying it like it's an autopsy. That'll do. Y'all could warn me before you do that.
Nah. You always sound so cute when we surprise you.
I wanted to capture the decisive moment, like in Ouija's The Naked City. That's just throwing a reference in there. The only way I'd be in a picture called The Naked City is if I'm putting it on my Twitter Superfans. Superfans? Is that an OnlyFans? So Sam has gone from being a brothel prostitute to being an OnlyFans. What is the official title? Thought? I don't know. I don't know. Relax. It was just a reference to an important body of work.
Oh, I love you all.
It was so sweet. It was so sweet. Christmas continues, and after a few hours and a glass of eggnog, I've completely forgotten about the stressful morning. We get to our usual present exchange soon enough. I end up with a painting of the 5 of us from Cliff, a fancy pocket knife from Will, an interesting-looking book with local folk tales from Murdoch, and a rubber ducky from Nick to add to my growing collection.
A toolbox? Indeed. You were looking for a new one, correct? The right one, too. Thanks, Tibbets.
The socks I asked for.
You like 'em? I had to travel far and wide to find some in your size. But then I gave up and just bought them online. Shipping didn't come cheap.
I got Perfume! Splendid!
Ooh, this present's wrapping's got Will written all over it.
Hey! Actually, I wrapped that one.
Really, though, all I could ask for is a day with them. When it gets dark enough to turn on the tree, we can finally see what Will was talking about when he meant bubble lamps. Bubble lamps? They're bulbs with water inside of them that churns with the heat. Really? I would have been a little mesmerized by them if it weren't for the sight of the Yule log, with all the pine, berries, and cinnamon burning up around us. With Cliff, Nick, and William off in the kitchen making dinner, it's just me and Murdoch in the living room. Oh. I'm way more invested in this log than I thought I'd be. Feels good to let go. That's what it's all about, after all. No, that's not it. Oh? It's just a strange feeling is all. Huh? It's just that for some reason I thought you'd put pictures on the log. But if you did, I can't remember who. What? Wait a fucking second. What the fuck? Huh. Not. Wait, don't go just yet. Oh, that's the they ended on that, and then it goes into the author's notes. We all want to wish you a happy holidays from the Smoke Room team. We hope you enjoyed reading this bonus story. Here's from Red. Red here, wishing you a happy holidays and a wonderful 2022. It's been an amazing 2 years writing for the Echo Project. Here's to many more. And that starfish, I think. Oh shit, let me think of something. Thanks for making this experience wonderful. Feliz Navidad. Oh, that's so nice. I'm not going to taint the experience by failing to be able to pronounce that properly, but it is lovely. Nick! Hoping for another wonderful year with all your love and support. May your holidays be merry and gay. Cardamon! Wishing you all colorful, warm, and bright holiday season. Whoa, I don't know that language. Thank you all for enjoying our work. Happy holidays, everyone. Where whiskey? Wishing everyone a very safe and Merry Christmas. May you get everything you asked for from old Saint Nikolai. And from Ruby, have a holly jolly Cliffmas. Cliffmas. Happy holidays, everyone. Hoping more good things come your way. Ruler. Happy holidays. Thank y'all so much for the love and support. Happy holidays from Otterboxed. George! I want to thank all of our readers for the love and support. They could not make this project without you. Go tell the people who matter in your life that you love them. We'd all like to thank you for continually supporting us and the Echo Project over the years. See you in 2022. Well, that's just fucking lovely. And there you have it, folks. The season's greetings, happy holiday build, the AU modern, just the holiday well-wish gift from the Smoke Room team. With a little bit of an intrigue. What the hell happened to Murdoch's parents in this fucking game? What the hell happened? What the fuck was that? Is it implied they went into a snow? They, as Bree said, they got ate by the Fae. They went to a snow gate because we started to forget about them. Of course, he did look at his phone, so who knows What the fuck was that? 2021 for me was a year where a lot of things a lot of things changed for me in terms of perspective, and I'm really starting to get a grasp on what kind of stuff I want to do and how I want to do it and how I want to approach things. And for those who have stuck with me, who have been here through the highlights and the lowlights of this year, I greatly appreciate it. I hope you have a very safe and happy holiday season, and I hope you stick with me through another one as we see what this next year brings. But until then, everyone, thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. I'll talk to you all again next time, okay? Bye, everyone.